on, Roy, guys. You're breaking you wide open. I knew you fun to laugh to be laughed anyway, didn't you? Let's keep the show going. Please put your hands together for Mr. Rob Pannier. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Pannier.
Thank you very much. My name is Rob Pannier, and I'm the pastor of Richard Freedom Ministries. And no, you don't need to be reaching for your wallet. I won't be passing around a collection plate or anything, so we can relax for the moment. I have a quick announcement first I wanted to give before we start. I wanted to thank whoever it was who ordered the hamburger. Your food's going to be a little late now, but it'll be around at some point. I enjoyed it myself. I've been involved in prison ministry. That's where my ministry's at, helping prisoners who are getting in and out of jail. Not getting into jail, but sometimes if it works out that way, well, what can you do? But people often ask me, they say, Pastor Rob, how is it that you got involved in prison ministry? And I'll be honest with you, I'm a former inmate myself. Now I know what you're saying. What episode was it when Opie went to prison? But it did happen. I was a resident of the Minnesota Department of Corrections for 5 years. Being in prison, I got to tell you, is quite a bit different than any other place you can be. Humor is really something. Like, for example, what do you say to a woman who's got 2 black eyes? Nothing. You already told her twice. I got to tell you, though, is that being in prison taught me to really be afraid of almost everything. And I mean, there's really nothing out there that I'm not scared about. I've really been putting on weight lately, and that's really been a problem for me. I've been really fearful about getting fat. So I joined the gym. I thought, I'm gonna really get myself bulked up here and get off this huge belly out of myself. So I joined this gym, and today, I got in trouble at the gym. I think I'm gonna get kicked out of it. I was working out, and after I was done, I decided I'd take a shower. And right when I got in the shower, I thought, man, I really got to go to the bathroom. But I didn't want to get out right away, so I thought, well, I'll just go right here. It's all going the same place anyway, isn't it? But I got caught. I really think I'd have got away with it if I just wouldn't have eaten corn last night. When I am afraid of things, I really turn to the Bible to try to help me. Because, in the Bible, people were afraid of a lot of different things out there. Let's take Moses, for example. Now, Moses goes up to the top of this hill. And God speaks to him from this burning bush that never disappears. The bush continues to stay burning. And God tells him, look, go back to Egypt and tell the Pharaoh to let all of these hundreds of thousands of people go. And I'm thinking to myself, I know that Moses had to be afraid to go down that hill and tell his wife to pack up because they were heading back to Egypt. Now, what was it? How did God speak to you? Well, honey, I got to tell you, he was in this bush, and it was burning, and God spoke to me from this bush. Well, Moses, was there smoke coming from that bush? Did you inhale some of that smoke, and that's when God started to speak to you at that particular point? Other people are afraid in the Bible. Paul, he's out there ministering to lots of people. I'll tell you something, though, that I realized, though. Paul did a lot of really great things, but the gospel would have been an entirely different story if Paul was married and had kids. I gotta honestly tell you, because I could have seen it already. Dad, we're going on another one of these missionary trips again. Every time we go, you're getting your butt kicked, we're being thrown out of the city. Man, when are we gonna stop doing this kind of stuff? He'd have quit months before that would have gone on. But one thing I really do like about the Bible is the fact that when you are looking for something that really wants to uplift you, you can find just about anything that you're possibly looking for. But there is one area that the Bible really does not provide for. And this is an area that I can honestly tell you that I need more than anything. And that is how to romance that special sweetheart. There's the Song of Solomon, but the metaphors that are used back then really just don't relate to today. I can't imagine being in a romantic situation with that special woman and saying to her, oh honey, you're so beautiful and you're the most magnificent thing that I've ever seen, and your hair is like a flock of goats, and your neck looks like a gigantic tower. I don't think she would have seen that in the same positive light that I would have tried to want it to be. But I do want to end with one last story before I go. When I came to prison, I was obviously extremely afraid. And I came there, and right off the bat, when you're showing around and you're given this orientation of all the rules and everything, putting your clothing and everything. And this takes for like 3-4 hours. So finally, I really need to go to the bathroom. And yeah, I have a lot of bathroom stories, I understand that, but I really needed to go to the bathroom. So I tell the guard, I'm like, look, I really need to go to the bathroom right now. So he sticks me in the cell, and he says, when you're done going to the bathroom, knock on the door or something, and I'll come and get you. So I go in the bathroom and I sit down, and I realize no toilet paper. So I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I'm yelling, hello, hello, nothing. Finally, I look over on the wall, and there's a sign with a hole underneath it. And the sign says, when you're done going to the bathroom, wipe your butt with your hand and place it in this hole, and your hand will be cleaned by a human mouth. Yeah, I'm like, that's disgusting. There's just no way I'm gonna do this. But what are you gonna do? You really need to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, clean myself with my hand, I slide my hand in the hole, and on the other side there's a guy with 2 bricks, and he goes, and I go, oh! Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, how's it going, guys?
Well,
That's great. I'm like a minister talking about domestic violence. You punch a bitch twice in the face, she's learned her lesson, right? No, you guys didn't? Okay. Let's keep this show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ben Holzer. Ben